And welcome everyone to the home opener 22U, officially slated to kick off in just a couple minutes here. The Barrie Baycats and the Newmarket Hawks. Both these teams looking to square off. Newmarket already a couple games in on the regular season. They sit 0-3-1, tied a game earlier on. Just ended up losing earlier on, and of course the Barrie Baycats, this is their first game of the season for them. Of course, looking back at last season, 5-0 in the pre-qualifier for the Nationals, went 0-2 at the National qualifier, ended up getting bounced. Newmarket a little bit better on that behalf. They got knocked out in the top 5 in the National qualifier. They ended up getting pushed. They ended up getting an auto advance to that National qualifier because they did well the season before. Newmarket outscored 14-23 going into this game, looking to get everything and right the ship. Gonna be throwing over to Tony in just a moment here with today's starting lineups. And showtime here. Taking a look around this Baycats defense. Gonna be rounding out there out at left field, Zachary Owen. Center fielder, Nino Spencer Thompson. Right field is going to be Jacob Pruitt. Down at third base, you got Jordan Raposo. Shortstop, you have Ty McGurk. At second base, you're going to have Alex Wickett. First base, Joshua Tibbetts. And Talon Cardinal at catcher with Jonathan Warden down at the mound. Going to be kicking off here in just a moment here. And this Big Cat squad, like I mentioned, they are very, very good here. There's a lot of highly rated recruits coming out of this team. A whole lot of NCAA players and a lot of Canadian-born ones at that. Whole bunch of local boys coming in from in and around, and just about to kick off here. Just getting through the starting warm-up cycle. Warden, a very, very good pitcher. He was the 2025 Pitcher of the Year last year for this 22U squad. 4 starts, 4 wins, 0 ERA with 19 strikeouts to his name. Went to University of South Carolina Lancaster last year. Ended up coming back just in time for the season. Also has the ability to play up to our CBL squad here. And should be all good to go in just a moment.
The first inning is brought to you by Tomarco. Jobs done right, on time.
Ryan Nuremberg, a player out of West. Two count. And the Toronto Baseball Association here looking that one, and he's going to get clipped there by that pitch. And Ryan Nuremberg going to make his way over to first base. And that one moved along. Next up, second baseman Eric Delfatti. Lining up here, Warden, his second batter. Delfatti committed out to Carleton, going a couple years back. And sizing up his 0-1 count. Warden fires, and high, top left side. And firing again, and runner up and at him, and didn't quite get him in time. Pitch the throw not quite there from Talon Cardinal. Ends up a skipper about halfway halfway through that infield and would have been there pretty close there for the tag, but not quite. Warden. Man up in scoring position, can't afford to give up too much. Fires, and strike 3 out of there goes Eric Delfatti. And next up, David King, the catcher, stepping up to the plate. Out of Spring Hill College, and that one goes wide. Did not record a hit this year in his college circuit. Had a .235 average in 2025. And a 1-1 count. Warden takes a look back. Infielders playing out, not looking at the pickoff, and swing and a miss. And 1-2. Warden already 1 strikeout on the inning. Looking to make both all his own. And runner, before he's even thrown, and gone out at third. Nuremberger just a little bit antsy up at second base and saw that infield creeping a little bit further out. And took his opportunity, but Warden, like I mentioned, a little bit taking a little bit extra time up on the mound and caught him for it. So 2 outs, chance to kill this off right now. Warden deals, fouled. Just clipped the edge of the bat there. King, a redshirt junior out in college, and the pitch fired, clips and reeled in, eventually bobbled, and David King saunters his way over to first base, and just a drop there from Ty McGurk. And first pitch ball. Warden fires again, another one down and outside. Trying to get something going here. Tyler Ripath, the first baseman, at the plate. And another one dealt high. Had a chance to talk to all this 22U team earlier on at their media day. They're actually all pretty good about it. Got some good conversation and found out a lot of them are coming out of colleges all over. That one, strike 1. As Warden tries to bail his way out of this count. Another one, right down the plate, skipped in. Quick lob over to first, and got him just in time. 4-3 knockout on the inning. And this Baycats squad about to come up to bat. We'll see them in just a moment. And just about back, couple pitches to go. Charlie Hughes out on the mound for this Newmarket Hawks squad. And going around, looking at the defense, Clark Preston out in left field. Center fielder Ryan Nuremberger, saw him up at bat earlier and got caught out at third there. Out in right field, Jack Cohen. Third baseman, Jack Comper. Shortstop, Finn Kean. Second baseman, Eric Delfati. First base, Tyler Repath. Down at the plate, you got David King. And at the mound, as mentioned, Charlie Hughes. And stepping up here for Barrie,
number 21, Nino Spencer Thompson.
up at the plate, Nino Spencer Thompson, center fielder for this Barrie squad. Freshman out at Mesa Community College out in Arizona. .323 average out at Mesa. And got to talk to him a little bit. Deemed his style of play as relaxed. So should be able to take his time here. Work that count. Is already a 2-0 count. And a big shot there. Deep right field. Skips down against the wall. Trying to play it back. Spencer Thompson turning 3. And he's going to make it there. No problem. Little bit of a dive and a lead-off triple for this 22U Baycats squad.
Third baseman, number 7.
And a fantastic way to open. Next up to bat, Alex Wickett, the second baseman.
Gave me the wrong lineup. Looks like there might have been a little bit of confusion with the lineups, but Alex Wickett is at bat. Also, our apologies for the cameras right now. They're taking a while to switch, which is interesting.
Wickett, a junior at Judson University out in Illinois, looking for his first RBI on the year, and a 2-1 count coming out firing from Charlie Hughes. This Newmarket squad playing a little bit light at the moment on the player count. Apparently they had a bug ripping through their squad there. One seeming to go down ill, unfortunately. But able to get back on the horse here. They're running just a couple subs, but enough to be able to field their squad, no problem. And that one chipped. Looks to go foul ball. 2-2 count. Spencer Thompson still held up there. And Alex Wickett, a .311 average out at Judson. And 1 home run on the year. Trying to focus on the little things in his play to get the most out of this team. And he chips another one foul. Wickett ended up coming over to this team. Has a long connection there with Coach Jeremy Eulenbrook, as he ended up fixing his swing back when he was younger and playing for these Barrie squads. And a big shot there. Wickett ends up coming down more height than distance. And he's caught out there by second baseman Eric Delfatti and reels that one in.
Number 7, Jordan Raposo.
And stepping up, the third on up to bat here, Jordan Raposo, third baseman, freshman at Barton Community College out in Kansas. Had a .250 average out there. 1 home run across the 12 games. And his one thing that he said to describe his game and how he wants to play is hit the daylights out of the ball. So, going to be looking to drive home Spencer Thompson here just to back up that claim. And swing and a miss. And another one dealt by Charlie Hughes, and another swing and miss there from Raposo. Another aspect to his game that he mentioned was power hitting, and he's certainly swinging for the moon there, just couldn't quite get contact. And Hughes fires again, and that one clipped by Raposo, up and at him and out of the park. That one foul ball. He ended up helping to bring in Talon Cardinal, the catcher, for this Baycats squad. And swing and a miss, Raposo. He goes out swinging.
Number 40, Joshua.
And all of a sudden, Spencer Thompson maybe getting a little bit worried out at third base. But coming up, the first baseman, Joshua Tibbetts, sophomore at West Virginia Tech. Looking to drive him home and give these Baycats an early lead. And check swing did not go. And a 1-0 count. Played on this IBL roster for the Baycats last year. Born and raised Barrie kid, and 2-0 count. Took his time out with Team Ontario as well. 4 home runs this year at West Virginia Tech, .235 the average. And has his eyes set out at Nationals for this one. And a lot of these guys on the Baycats have that goal set. They know that they went out early last year, and a 3-1 count. Went out earlier last year than they expected, so a lot of them looking for revenge here and to get themselves back in working order. Tibbetts lines up for it, and he gets walked.
Catcher, number 4, Talon Cardinal.
And speaking of Tibbetts bringing in Cardinal, here comes up to the plate catcher Talon Cardinal. Plays out of Clarendon College in Texas. Described his style of play as aiming to be a leader and to take it one game at a time. Played with a lot of members of this 22U Baycats squad last year out at Clarendon, and as I was talking to the rest of the team, they ended up saying Cardinal was able to recruit a lot of them to this squad to reach out to bring them up here to play. Wanted to play at Texas for that conference prestige, and certainly ended up doing so. The pitch, just a touch too high. And Cardinal stepping back up with corners filled here for this Baycats squad. And the runner up and away, fouled. And Tibbetts forced to walk his way right back. Tibbetts had the perfect jump there to cover that distance with ease to bring two runners into scoring position, but unfortunate that foul caught just the tip. That foul caught just the tip of Cardinals' bat. 2-1 count. Hughes fires chipped foul ball. And 2-2 count. Talon made it very clear to me that his goal was to get ready for that next college season. Of course, I mentioned just a few seconds ago how he really, really wanted to play out in Texas. And that one, just way high on that one. Full count in this matchup between Charlie Hughes and Talon Cardinal. Fires and walked. Down and away, says the official.
Shortstop, number
Says the
52,
and
Ty
all of a sudden, bases loaded, 1 out to go, and up to the plate, shortstop Ty McGurk. Just a recent commit, but a mound visit coming out for this Newmarket Hawks squad, and can't say I blame him here. You don't want to give up bases loaded here. Any situation against this Baycat squad. Like I mentioned, a lot of commits here at the community college level, out in the States, D1 as well. People from all over the place. And a little position change here by the looks of it, as Eric Delfati steps up to the plate. And a switch out there as stand corrected. They're going to bring out number 77 there on that Newmarket squad.
Now pitching for the Newmarket
That's
Hawks,
Mark
number
Terry.
27, Mark Terry.
Mark Terry, a pitcher out of Uxbridge, Ontario, plays for the Durham College Lords out in Oshawa. Only pitched a few innings for the team. Total of 7, gave up 12 hits, 10 runs. And looking pretty good. Got a couple of wins to his name as well against Sheridan and Humber. 2 pretty substantial squads over there in the OCAA. And swing and miss the first shot there from McGurk. And fires a second one. That one ended up behind McGurk there, so, you know, maybe just a little wide on that strike zone. He's smiling about it, not quite too worried. Like I mentioned, this Newmarket squad down a little bit on the player front at the moment. And swing fouled off by McGurk. And a 1-2 count. Bases loaded, chance to bring a huge lead in this first inning. And wide, that pitch ended up in the opposite batter's box. And popped up, looking foul. Careful. Hello. I'm sure you guys heard that one loud and clear. That one goes ricocheting off the media booth. I don't know if my ears are ringing. Goodness gracious, that was loud. And that one shot off, skips past McGurk. Drives in Spencer Thompson, no issue. Brings home Tibbetts, no problem. And safe at third and second. So going in, and Cardinal moves up to third.
Left fielder, number 77.
And this
Zachary
Baycat squad
Owen.
up and rolling early. And up to the plate now, left fielder Zachary Owen, and was on the 2023 U Ottawa squad. Now studies out at Georgian College, and coaches the Ontario Cobras. Second year out in U22, and is here to have fun, in his words. Have fun in hit balls were his two things that he had of note, and that one almost clips Owen's shoulder there. And he's trying to tell the ump it might have, but disagree. And swing, big shot. Owen looking to get to base, hoping for a drop ball, but reeled in clean by Eric Delfatti. And that, the end of the inning for this Baycats squad. And we're heading to the second. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. More ball on hand, and Newmarket up to bat. Jack Comper, Jack Cohen, and Clark Preston will be back. And back for the second inning. And Newmarket down 2, gave up a whole fistful of hits there through that top half of the order. And up to back now, Jack Comper. Jack Comper played for the Laurier Golden Hawks for the 24-25 season. He was a U Sport academic All-Canadian in that year. In his second year with the school as of then. And a quick 3-0 count. Warden maybe losing the zone just a touch. Needs to reel it back. Fires that one right down the middle. He gets his first strike of the inning. Like I mentioned, the team's pitcher for the year last year is Warden. Deals another. That one. Called strike there. Just catches the absolute corner of the zone. And Comper was ready to throw his bat off so that way he could go get on base, but obviously not the case. Warden deals a third. That one ends up being that fourth ball to walk.
Right fielder, number 32, Jack Cohen.
Next up to back, right fielder Jack Cohen. And first pitch strike from Warden. Cohen last on the Brock Badgers. And big shot clips the top of the bat. Looking to flag it down as Tibbetts, and he doesn't have a read on it. And drops foul. Just catches the outside edge of his bat. Outside edge of his glove. And Cohen stays alive at the plate. Cohen typically a pitcher, but like I mentioned, a little bit of woes here from this Newmarket squad on the sickness front. And pickoff attempt almost there from Warden. Just a touch too slow from Tibbetts to get that turn. And Warden lining up for the 1-2 count. Looking for a second strikeout. Gets it.
Left fielder, number 47, Clark Preston.
And next up, Clark Preston, left fielder. Line up at the plate. And first pitch strike. Clark Preston had Laurentian University out on the Voyageurs squad, played in the OUA. Has a 240 average, 7 RBIs, 6 runs, no home runs recorded last year. OUA no slouch for Ontario College and University ball, and swing and miss, 1-2 count. Looking for his second out here, Warden. Another pickoff. Still can't get him. Firing down low. Cardinal wasn't quite able to reel that one in. Looking for a new ball from the ump there. And stepping back onto the mound. First year out of Newmarket is Clark Preston, and he's not able to get that one. Goes foul. 2-2. Taking a peek over his shoulder there is Warden, checking to see if he can get that pick off again. Not going to do so. Opts for the strikeout instead. That's his third on the game.
Number 7, Finn Keel.
That's pretty good.
Chance to close out the inning here. Leave a runner stranded. And that one down in the dirt. Looking to close out his second inning. There goes wide again on the pitch. Don't want Jonathan Warden to get into a habit there of running up that at bat against him and then having to fight his way back. Don't want that to be a habit early into this season. Fires right down the middle. Had some heat on that one. One-two count. Warden sizes up Finn Kean. And that one called strike. And another swing and miss. Warden strikes out all 3 on the side. And Baycats headed back to the dugout, and we switch it up here. Bottom of the second coming up in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Coming up for the Baycats, of course, you're gonna have Walker, Pruitt, and then back up to the top for Spencer Thompson. We'll be back.
Now batting
And
your
back for the
designated hitter,
bottom of the
17,
second.
Seth Walker.
Seth Walker, number 17 for this Baycats squad. Typically in that catcher spot, playing designated hitter today. Freshman at University of Maine at Fort Kent. 353 average, and pops one up as it skips by the shortstop into the outfield, and a little bit of a leadoff going there for Walker as he's got his
Right
first
fielder,
hit on the
Jacob
year.
Pruitt.
And now comes right fielder Jacob Pruitt, freshman, Indian Hills Community College out in Iowa. He's playing out in right field, and a 156 average this year out at Indian Hills. Described his game as high tempo, high energy. We're going to bring some of that energy here to this 22U Baycats squad. His goal was to bring that average up for this 22U season. Looking for 350 to 400 in his words, and chips that one right into a chance at double play. Too slow at it. He gets on base, but Walker struck down.
Center fielder, number 2, Nino Spencer Thompson.
And back to the top of the order we go. Spencer Thompson. And runner up and away, safe with no issue there. Pruitt got some speed on him, and he steals his way up to second. Ball, the official call on that one. And that one down. A 2-0 count. Was the 2025 Player of the Year for this 22U squad. Was 370 in that year. And I believe Spencer Thompson going to switch out the bat here. Turns out doesn't like that one. Started getting reps at Mesa late January into early February and never really looked back afterwards. Firing, clips it right over the first baseman Tyler Repass' shoulder, and he's got a single RBI and skips its way to second. Spencer Thompson gonna be called safe out at second on a late move. And that's going to be a single with an error.
Second baseman, number 81.
And Pruitt all the way home. Back up to the plate, Alex Wickett. 3-0 Baycats. Fly ball on his way out of there last time was Wickett. Looking to settle in here. And runner Spencer Thompson tries to get to third, bobbled, and he's made it there again. Back-to-back trips to third base for Spencer Thompson. One of them coming off the back of an error and steal there like you just saw. And the other one, his opening triple that he had. And it's Wickett lining up on the 1-0 count. And strike there from coming out from Mark Terry. And driven deep, caught out, and gonna go with the sacrifice there is Wickett, stunned by that one, getting reeled down, and sacrifice run there. The Baycats 4.
Third baseman, number 7, Jordan Raposo.
And that one real deep out into left field, but reeled in, no doubt, Clark Preston. 2 outs for this Baycats squad, and up steps Jordan Raposo, the third baseman, firing, and just caught that top corner of the strike zone. And that one down and away. Not quite sure David King was too keen on that call, but the call no less. And fires that one wide. Can't contest that one. Raposo struck out his last at-bat. Looking for his first hit. Fires right down the plate. Speaking of, gets good contact, but popped a mile and a half high and reeled in. That marks the end of the second. Baycats, another pair of runs to their name. And we are headed to the top of the third in just a moment. Due up is going to be Mark Terry, Ryan Nuremberg, and Eric Delfatti will be back. Up to bat, Mark Terry. And first pitch strike is the call, and gusts of wind here as it starts to get kicked up from just about everywhere. And Warden fires that one, just clipped off the top of Cardinals' glove. And a 1-1 count. Firing, and deals that one, swing and miss from the Durham College Lord. And that one clipped, and out it goes, and that one fouled. Newmarket still looking for their first win on the season, and that one, Terry clips up just up the line, and Warden gonna scoop it up and get him down at first.
Center fielder, number 27, Ryan Nurnberger.
And back to the top of the order go Newmarket, Ryan Nurnberger. Stepping up, he was walked his last at-bat from Warden. And ended up walking his way to second as well, and that one still up and away. And Warden dealing that one. Crazy pace off the back of it. Nurnberger's third year as a Mustang. And 2-2 count. And that one, ball. Warden sizing up a full count. And Nurnberger, a chance to go 2 walks in a row. And right down the outside. And back-to-back walks.
Second baseman, number 55, Eric Delfati.
Starting to get chillier out here. The wind's starting to kick stuff up. Not exactly what I would call a warm day, but of course was earlier. Not so much now. Shorts and a t-shirt. Not a good plan when it gets cold, turns out. Warden fires and clipped foul out down that third base line. Warden has 4 of the 7 outs to his name. 5 if you count his own put out there. 4 strikeouts and another ball. And high and away. 1-2 as this pitch count for Warden starts to rack up higher and higher. And that one. The umpire thought about calling that strike for a half second. Thinks better of it as it curves down and away. Or down to the inside, rather. Warden facing a 1-3 count. Doesn't want to go back-to-back walks here. Fires to Delfati, and that one up and too high. And back-to-back walks for Jonathan Warden.
Number 17, David King.
Delfati was struck out in his last, and this time he's walked and steps up his catcher, David King. Made to first base last time off a bobbled ball from McGurk. Looking to get there of his own power this time around and swing and miss. Oh, 0-1. Warden taking his time here, size up, fires, swing and miss, looking to get the pick off, it skips wide, moving over to 2 and 3, and both players will get there, shot down to 4, Cardinal not able to reel that in time with the skipper, coming out there from Wicket. And the Newmarket Hawks, their first run of the game. And an 0-2 count regardless. Warden looking to clean things up here. Fires the 0-2, clipped and up and over the clubhouse as it goes and over our heads.
It's up in the park.
Somebody's warming up. Can you see who's warming up?
0-2 count, and as this pitch count starts to rack up here, movement in the Baycats bullpen. Looks like a whole bunch of guys warming up and getting loose, so not quite sure who's going to be coming in. And Warden, another one up high. And Jonathan Warden fires that one. Looking to make a play. No, they're going to send a man home. Skips there. Cardinal holds him up. And corners go this Newmarket Hawks squad as they start to heat up.
Tyler Repath.
And a clean hit there from David King as Tyler Repath steps up. And another one fired. Bobbled there from Cardinal, but a 1-1 count. And warming up there, Frank Cayetta, number 22 for this 22U Baycats squad. Bring you back just in time, and another one wide from Warden. Warden doesn't want to give up anything here. One out to his name, and that one wide. (3-1) count from the 2025 pitcher of the year for 22U. And firing and down and away the walk. And Coach Jeremy Eulenbrook stepping up to the mound. A little bit of a visit in with Warden to see if he can fix up his starting pitcher.
Third baseman, number 12, Jack Comper.
Jack Comper up to the plate. And Warden, after a little talk, dials it in. Another hit And tag out one. Misses him, and Newmarket brings home one, brings home two as they make it to second and third. Or sorry, make it to second. And
Right fielder, number
and
32,
3-4 the score. And Warden deals that one strike, catches the top of the zone. A 3-run inning so far for Newmarket, looking to tack on a little bit of extra damage before they have to call it quits here. And that one winding away. And Warden, that pitch bends real late, ends up baiting out the swing. Gotta imagine Warden probably gonna get the hook here after this inning. And fires wide. And Warden, swing and miss, digs himself out of trouble. And this Baycat squad up to bat. Coming up, Raposo, Tibbetts, Cardinal. Be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. More 22U Baycats ball in just a moment. And back once again, 22U Baycats baseball. And it's Josh Tibbetts who steps up to the plate.
First baseman, number 40, Josh Tibbetts.
And shot. Center field, who's got to read? They got 3 people on it. And coming down all the way from left field a mile away, Clark Preston reels him out there, catching him pretty close to infield dirt,
Center
but
fielder,
reels him
number
in no
4,
less.
Talon Cardinal.
I'm gonna make a
And
comment and say
catcher
that was a
Talon
great
Cardinal.
play.
Talon Cardinal.
I will make a comment here, ATN. That was a great play in center field.
No doubt. And another 2-0 count. And Mark Terry was shaking out his arm there. Hopefully he's doing all right, but keeps on pitching no less, and it's 3-0. Count quickly slipping away. Cardinal was walked his last time around, made it all the way to third before the inning ran out on him. And that one down in the dirt, and back-to-back walks for Cardinal.
Shortstop, number 52, Ty McGurk.
And Ty McGurk stepping up to the plate. Mentioned that he was a recent commit last time he was at bat. He's going to Bossier Parish Community College out in Louisiana. His way of describing himself was his gameplay entirely revolves around competing for everything that he's got, and his goal is to stay consistent on the year, and that one punched into foul territory. Played for the Team Ontario Astros for coming up here to 22U. And McGurk swing, fires, foul ball. And Cardinal was looking to get moving there. Made his way halfway between first and second before he realized that was a foul ball. And has to slowly saunter his way back. 0-2 count facing McGurk. Terry looking to punch him out. Looking for his second out, and that one inside. And fires, and another one, McGurk sends a mile deep into foul territory. And up the middle, fed right to the double play. Not in time. And Ty McGurk makes his way there as Cardinal caught out on the way. Took a shot at the double play. And fires inside. Against Zachary Owen.
Had a little bit of a malfunction there.
Have a good time here at Athletic Culture Stadium. And that one lobbed in there just a touch wide, says the home base umpire.
Yeah, we do have a good time as I finally figure out my mic. I'm joining you a little bit here.
Welcome back, Sam.
Thank you.
Sam Alcoin beside me, Etienne Skitch right here, and McGurk goes diving in to second, and they're going to call him safe.
Got in underneath the tag.
And
that was a ball on the play.
A 3-0 count plagues Mark Terry once again.
Kaeda was doing some heavy throwing in that bullpen. Now he's kind of just like easing it with his throws.
And that one called strike 3-1.
He appears to be ready to come in this game. We'll see what Jeremy Eulenbrook does at the end of this inning. If he thinks that Warden's done, Kaeda appears to be next up still.
And big swing there. And Zach Owen ends up doing circles over there at the home plate. But, that one was either swing and a miss or that thing is getting sent onto the street if he's swinging in circles. So, a little bit of a 50-50 ball, full count. And runner goes away. And in time. And walk on it, no doubt. And the corners make it there.
Walker.
And up to bat, we saw him in the last inning here. Designated hitter out here, Seth Walker at U of Maine. There he had a 560 on base percentage. Season ended over there just a couple weeks back. Came in late and looking for a good clubhouse culture here. Keep this Baycats team together.
560 on base percentage. Man, is that good?
I'm not quite sure.
That is insane. 560 on base percentage. That means he's getting on base over 50% of the time.
And a 1-1 count.
We do also apologize for the lack of cameras here. We're dealing with a lot of delay in our switching, so we figured we might as well not let you miss any of the action, and we'll keep it wide and we'll pan to get any plays that we miss.
And Terry fires that one. Blooper goes down just in front of the right fielder and brings home one for Walker. He makes his way to first and an RBI single.
Good piece of hitting there by Walker. Not trying to do too much. Just gets it in the gap and gets one of those runs right back.
McGurk goes home. Zach Owen out to third. Walker at first, and the corners are loaded once again for none other than Jacob Pruitt. 6 RBIs this year at Indian Hills. And that one, ball. One of the things he mentioned to me was that he's looking for strong team performance here. Doesn't want anyone to have to do all the heavy lifting. And loose ball, wild pitch. And sauntering his way home, Zachary Owen makes his way there. And Seth Walker moves up to second.
That's a good mindset from Pruitt. A lot of guys, they come to summer ball when they're in college and they're looking for the stats so that they can, move up the depth chart maybe down south. But, having a guy who wants to win as much as he does tells you that he's got a good attitude for it.
And fires that one foul. We're getting
that
pelted.
Landed on the roof right next to our broadcast.
And 1-2 count.
I think that hit the roof that covers the front gate here at Athletic Culture Stadium.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Just on top of the merch stand there. Just pops it right over. And Pruitt cracks one out center field. Have a bead on it, and they reel it in. And 3 outs finally made up for this 22U squad. And Newmarket next up, Clark Preston, Finn Kean, and Mark Terry will be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. 4th inning coming up. And welcome back. 4th inning here. Clark Preston at the plate. Struck out his last time around, and that one way down and skips 3/4 of the way up the netting before it comes back down.
And new pitcher into the game is Frank Cayetta, second season with the 22U Barrie Baycats. Spent some time also with the IBL, now the CBL, but last year IBL Baycats. Got a couple of innings of work at the IBL level, along with a full season with the 22U squad.
And swing and miss. 1-2 count. Okay, doing a good job. Keep this one in check as best he can.
Definitely a good comeback.
And 1-2-3 strikes. And Preston down swinging.
Shortstop.
He
number
swung at
7.
one that was just about at shoulder level there. And Finn Keon up to the plate now, the shortstop.
That was a really good comeback from Cayetta. He airmailed one that almost hit him, and then he struck him out on three more pitches. 3 straight.
And fires that one strike. A little bit of a bobble from Cardinal, but no issue. Cayetta. That one wide and outside, and that one skips free.
Joshua Samuels is warming up in the Barrie bullpen right now. He appears to be the next guy up for Jeremy Eulenbrook in the Barrie Baycats.
If you're looking at a dugout difference in number, remember I mentioned at the start of this that Newmarket only had 2 subs to their name for the game. Baycats, you can just about times that by like 6.
Wow. And then even
Oh, there goes that zip tie. And the netting could threaten to come free at any point now.
No, they do a great job of keep making sure the netting is in great condition here at Athletic Culture Stadium. We have one of the best grounds crews in the province, I think.
And that one, headshot level from Cayetta, but stays right down the middle of the plate. Just high. 2-2 count. And 3 strikes once again. Cayetta, another strikeout there.
Pitcher, number 77, Mark Terry.
You know, since the DHs came into baseball universally, how many times have you seen pitchers hit?
You know, it isn't often, but
Good for Mark Terry. What a talented young man we have right here.
like we mentioned, not too much on the substitute side from Newmarket. So, looking to get the most out of that one and flies inside.
And again,
1-0.
You might have some players that aren't available. They don't have a bus, right? You got to get rides from some guys, and it's a road game.
And big swing and miss there for Mark Terry.
But I think it's just a testament. A few years ago, even for the IBL team, you might have one of those thin bench. But I think of yesterday when the CBL team
Another strike. 1-2.
was in Welland, we had a full bench. We were in the field and our dugout was still packed. So, it's all about if you can get guys available.
And an attempted frame there from Cardinal, but a 2-2 count, no less. One more strike ends the inning, and he goes 3 up, 3 down in his first inning of work. Cayetta, chance to clean him out. And swing fouled off. And 2-2 count. Cayetta lining up for it again. A pitcher-on-pitcher battle, not one that you see too often, and Kennedy swings at that one, and it's 3 up, 3 down in 3 strikeouts for Frank Cayetta as we move to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back in just a moment. Due up for the Baycats, top of the order, up and coming Spencer Thompson, Wicket, Raposo. We'll be back. And back for the bottom of the 4th. Top of the order due up for the Baycats 22U. And leading off, Nino Spencer Thompson. Remember, last year, 370. So far, 2 for 2 on his at-bats to start the season. Myself, Etienne Skitch. Beside me, Sam Alcoin. And that one fouled off, just about snipes the ball boy there for the Baycats.
Well, that's why we make an announcement before each game, and Tony did that before this game. Beware down the left and right field lines, because at any time a foul ball or a thrown ball or any object, even a broken
Spencer
bat.
Thompson fires one right field and just skips its way there.
This guy's hot.
Second baseman, number 81.
Nino 3 for 3 on the game.
But like as I was saying, like anything, even like a bat that someone like loses grip of can go sailing anywhere, right? So you really have to be careful.
And Spencer Thompson takes advantage of an airmailed ball from the catcher to the to the shortstop, and just saunters his way over, and that's another stolen base, 2 on the game for him.
Yeah, and that was a ball on the play, so 1-0.
And big leadoff there for Nino Spencer Thompson, but that one called ball, and Wicket stands tall. Back-to-back fly balls there for Wicket. And Spencer Thompson takes off again, but that one popped in deep foul territory, and, got to take his base back.
You know, we would show you a bullpen shot right now because we have a remote camera on the bullpen right now. But the problem is that it's very windy here at Athletic Culture Stadium, and our center field cam, which is a remote cam that is on the bullpen, is shaking because it is on a pole out there. So we will
And
do
Wicket
what we can.
chipped it, looking to come down and bobbled it, and just a little bit of confusion there. Comes off the bag. Does he get him in time? He does. Late move there from Wicket. And had the first. Got his way there, but caught on his way to third.
Raposo.
That's a good throw in there to get him caught at second base. Newmarket's made some very good plays defensively in this game. I'll give them credit. I know, they couldn't handle that ball in the outfield, but they made up for him. They threw him out, right? So
Jordan Raposo at the plate. Pop out in the second and a strikeout in the first. Still looking for his first hit here in this 3-hole. And down. And a long look there from catcher David King, and Spencer Thompson there tempting him to try something, but a little bit too smart for that one, is the 2025 Player of the Year. And that one, swing and miss. And a 1-2 count. Reminder, at the mound, number 22, Vinny Bouchard, right for the Newmarket squad. Vinny firing and swing and miss. Raposo, and he works his way to a 2-2 count. And firing. That one high. A full count here worked up.
as we get another big wind gust here at the stadium.
I'm cold.
Yes.
And that one down in the dirt, an easy walk there. Raposo, of course, took his sweet time there, racking up the pitch count.
I cannot say anything because I have a sweater on, but I will say that we are out of most of the wind because we are upstairs in the media area, but it is windy up here. Like, I just felt wind coming here. That is not fun.
It's because we have doors open all the way through the media booth for some reason there. And up to bat, Joshua Tibbetts.
I don't think I've ever seen this door beside us closed, though. That's the thing.
Close one at the end then. And another runner. And just sauntering his way there. And Raposo, stolen base. And two runners in scoring position for Tibbetts. And that one called strike, clips the edge of the zone, says the home base ump. One. And dealing wide side. 2-1.
Judging based off the movement in the bullpen, I think Kayette is coming back out for another inning. Everyone's just appears to be sitting around unless someone's ready, like ready, but...
And Bouchard right, another one down low, and it's 3-1. This count's starting to work against him here. He's got one walk already on the inning. And a couple of base hits, one of them softened up by an error, by a poor choice to run there from Wicket. And that one cracked up third base line and skips past the third baseman. And 2 RBI single for Tibbetts.
Catcher number 4, Talon Cardinal.
Eight, 3.
This scoreline is not pretty. Barrie managed to put up 2 runs from now until the first in every single inning, looking to
Right.
maybe better that one
It's-
here with 0 outs.
It's
or
not
1
like
out.
Newmarket has had a blow-up inning. It's just like Barry's just been super consistent. 2 runs an inning, 2 runs another inning, 2 runs that inning, right? Like,
Cardinal been walked twice here, and the first one called strike.
and it's not like Newmarket has been totally stifled on offense. They have 3 runs. They can't keep the game within their reach right now.
I mentioned in my pregame spiel that they've been outscored 14-23 across their 4 games, including that one tie at 2-2 in that one. So
It's a good stat right there.
offensive, maybe a little bit down, but that defense.
It's early in the season. The pitching is always ahead of the hitting early in the season.
We're worried about the defense, and big foul there, and Tibbetts tries to make his way to second, stepping all the way over, but ends up having to wander his way back, and Cardinal taking a look back to see where that ball ended up, and, someone's windshield is a vague guesstimate as it skips over us, and Cardinal dealing with a 1-2 count. Bouchard right. Looking to get a strikeout here. And fires that one high and wide.
Hand warmers being
Can't
dished
say I
out
expected
here.
those on a, I'll call this
I
I'll call
don't-
this a brisk summer night.
right, but you need them if you're running music or like the scoreboard because your hands are always out. They're on the mouse.
And check swing. Full count it is for Talon Cardinal. Chance to go back to back to back walks for Cardinal.
I must say, I do like these jerseys for Newmarket. The numbers are perfect. The contrast is perfect for media. Well done, Newmarket.
So we were talking about in the last CBL game there.
Yeah.
Those uni combos for Kitchener were not exactly friendly to the eye.
Shortstop number 52, Ty McGurk.
And, as I say it, back to back walks for Cardinal. Yet to actually be able to swing at the baseball and get a hit, but on base 3 times.
You know what? Sometimes you take that. Looks like we might have a mound visit. I am going to take a look at the bullpen for Newmarket, and I will report back if I see anything.
Just a quick conversation. Remember, running out of backup quickly
Yeah,
is that Newmarket squad, and
there is no one in that bullpen, so it's either they bring in someone who's playing another position, which you do see that a lot at this level, where these players are playing multiple positions. But just a mound visit there, trying to get him to calm down, just throw some strikes. You know what leads to big innings, ATN? Walks. You walk a bunch of guys, and then you have someone like Nino Spencer Thompson or Josh Tibbetts come up, and they rip one in the gap. Well, there's 2-3 runs right there because you walked them, right? So you got to throw strikes.
McGurk said that one of his goals is to stay consistent. So far, has done so. A hit in both his at-bats, and that one down in the dirt.
And they signed him originally as a pitcher, as a 17-year-old. He was from Collingwood, Ontario, obviously, and a lot of potential with this young man.
Ty McGurk on his profile lists himself as a pitcher and shortstop on
There you
his prospects thing. So
Two-way. There you go.
proving his spot here.
Playing in the infield tonight. I'm sure we'll see him on the mound either this Sunday or on Tuesday in Thornhill.
And runners up and away, 2 of them, and safe is the call at third. And both runners make their way forward on stolen bases, and you know these stolen bases, Sam, they're starting to rack up here for the Barrie.
Right.
They just seem to be multiplying.
The speed on this roster is just showing, right? And you know what? It's always great to have that extra element, because if you can make the pitcher worry about the runner so much and not worry about the hitter, then you run into a couple good pitches to hit, and that's where the damage happens, right?
And Sam, as you're talking there, a 4-pitch walk. Ty McGurk steps up, has made his way to the bases in all 3 of his at-bats, and bases loaded, 1 out. And here comes Zachary Owen, the left fielder, was walked in his last at-bat, fly out in the first.
I didn't know these kids would choose the Beatles as one of their walk-ups. I respect that. I very much respect that.
And
Zachary
loose
Owen.
ball, wild pitch, slides his way home, Tibbetts. And another run in as the rest of the Baycats advance in turn. Cardinal and McGurk, third and second respectively, and Owen has made his way back, and it's a 1-0 count as that one dirt ball was skipping by.
Jeremy Eulenbrook also mentioned to me a few days ago that he would like to go out of this game having used 3 pitchers around that. Obviously, you got 2 more games going on Sunday, and then you have a Tuesday night game in Thornhill. So you want to save the arms as much as you can.
Plenty of work here as the Baycats, they haven't played a game yet. The next closest team to not having played a game is, well, another one who just hasn't played. But other than that, it is, I believe, Newmarket who has only played those 4 games. That's the next closest. Stand correct, the High Park Braves have only played 3. Of course, 3-0 in those, but regardless, the case stands.
High Park will be here this season, doubleheader. We do have another guy warming up in the bullpen. Obviously, it has gotten cold at the stadium, so all of them are wearing their sweaters, so they don't have numbers on those. So we're going to have to track when he comes in.
That one ankle height and inside as it's a full count lined up here for Zachary Owen. Chance to bring in a whole bunch here. Bare minimum 1 on a walk. Or bare minimum chance for 1 if he makes good contact. Otherwise, he'll walk his way to a loaded base. And Vinny Bouchard right. Another walk batter, 3 in a row.
Hitter, number 17, Seth Walker.
In the last 5 batters that Vinny Bouchard right has faced, 4 of them were... Forget that. The Baycats have gone on base in every single at-bat so far this inning. 4 walks, 3 hits.
Wow.
And that one cracked up, caught up, and does he make it in time? He'll get 1 and sacrifice there from Walker.
Right fielder.
And a great play there to get him going. And he drives home Cardinal while moving McGurk and Owen up a base. 2 outs for the Baycats. And Seth Walker stepping up.
4 runs in this inning.
And that one, bottom of the zone. Walker recorded a single and then a fly out there. Pruitt facing an 0-2 count.
Might also be just one of those things where they're going to let this guy just go as much as he can, right? Because they're short on arms, and once you bring a guy in and you take him out, you can't bring him back in the game, right? So.
And 1-2. Apologies there on my misstep. Calling out that Walker was up there still, but it's Pruitt.
So.
And firing once again. Pruitt, contact. Looking for a shot all the way to first. Too little, too late. And McGurk goes. They're going to call him out there.
Oh.
I thought that would have been the end, but so wrong I am. And Baycats, couple of stranded runners as Pruitt out at first. Going to the top of the fifth in just a moment. Due up is the top of the order. Ryan Nuremberg, Eric Delfati, David King. Back in a moment.
Top of the fifth inning here at Athletic Culture Stadium. Josh Blanco now warming up in the Baycats bullpen as Frank Cayetta gets set for another inning of work. The Baycats have a 10-3 lead, and on the mic for the play-by-play is ATN Sketch.
And beside me, of course, Sam Alcoyne. And like I mentioned, top of the order, due back up. Nuremberger has made it home on his last 2 times around the bases. Walked in both of those instances and fouls off there. Cayetta struck out his last 3 batters, so almost surprised there to hear that the Baycats have someone in there. But 1-1.
Might just be getting a handful of pitchers, like, some work, right? Like, we saw Joshua Samuels warming up. We saw another person warming up who, again, was wearing a sweater. He went back to the dugout, and now we see Josh Blanco warming up. So it might just be, them getting in bullpens for Sunday, because maybe they didn't do it pregame, but obviously bullpen sessions are part of a pitcher's start routine. And that big gust of wind is not going to do good for that remote camera in center field.
Frank Cayetta, second-year player at St. Peter's. And fouled off again. St. Peter's, a spot out in New Jersey. Like I mentioned, a lot of these Baycats players are going to be coming in from the States. Of course, Toronto kids, no doubt. A Toronto, Barrie, that kind of area, but regardless. And that one called too low. Cayetta just a bit down. It's full count. a walk there from Frank Cayetta.
Number 55, Eric Belfatti.
Back-to-back walks now for Nuremberger. And warming up over in the pen for Newmarket. Going to see a surprise instance there of Clark Preston. You know, usually the left fielder going to take some pitches now and cut our way back. Just in time, Cayetta, strike.
I was a little bit late on that, but you know what? We make it work. We make it work. We make it work.
And that one shipped up. Do I hear double play? No, opting for one. And they're going to call that the double play, I believe.
I guess he
Yeah,
tagged
they
him,
are.
or I guess he tagged him,
They're
or
gonna give him
he
the tag.
thought he came out of the baseline.
Regardless, 2 outs.
David King.
That's a good play there at second base. Very nicely done. Double barrel action now in the Newmarket bullpen. Again, as it starts to get cold, they start to put on their hoodies, and we don't know the numbers.
And fouled off. Tipped from David King.
Looks like 2 righties in the bullpen now.
And Cayetta down low. And Cayetta sizing up his target. And big shot. Center field coming right down. And 3 up, 3 down for the Newmarket Hawks. And the Baycats move in here down to the bottom of the 5th. Due up here, we're back to the top of the order, no different than we were in the 4th. Spencer Thompson, Wicket, and Raposo coming up. Be back in a moment. And welcome back, bottom of the 5th. Little bit of a swap up here. We got a little bit of movement. And we're going to see Vinny Bouchard right move out to right field. And in down at the mound. Moves in there, I lost it. Oh boy. Now I look bad.
We're
And
finding
there,
that for
number
you.
32, Jack Cohen.
There we go.
You know, we get there eventually.
Don't worry. We're doing it. As long as they get their stats, we're good. A little bit of a scoreboard malfunction there on behalf of yours truly.
Spencer Thompson, number 2, going to be up to bat here. And given a little bit of extra time there to the right fielder turned pitcher, Jack Cohen. And throw down to second.
Now that is center fielder number 2, Nino Spencer Thompson.
And the 5th inning up and away. Nino Spencer Thompson, like we mentioned, back-to-back-to-back hits and back-to-back-to-back trips all the way around the bases. 3 runs in his first game and 3 hits. A triple and a pair of singles. Putting up great numbers to start off the season. It's exactly what you want out of your leadoff. Get you in a good position to set you up for the rest of this season here.
Yeah, and especially the speed that he has on the bases, right? Like, you get a guy that fast on first base, you're set up good for the inning, that's for sure.
And first pitch flies for Jack Cohen, and swing and miss from Nino Spencer Thompson.
Look, we have his name on the score bug.
Is that the right number, Sam?
No.
And another swing and miss as Spencer Thompson faced an 0-2 count.
We have a...
And facing a 1-2 count now. Spencer Thompson, strike 3, away he goes. Struck out swinging there.
I mean...
And a little bit of a switch up here. We're going to see a substitution.
Number 23.
Alex
Nate
Wickett
Parsons.
stepping out of the lineup. And in goes Nate Parsons. And that one called strike. You know, I'm not entirely convinced that that Jack Cohen isn't secretly a pitcher. He's got 4 strikes now and like 5 pitches.
Yeah.
He might have it like that.
I'm telling you, dude, these Newmarket guys, they can play their positions. And I would like to point out, I do have his number right on the scorebook for Nate Parsons. Number 23.
And up and away goes Parsons. And he looks at a 2-1 count. And firing. Strike 2 it is. And 5th one. They're going to call strike 3. Catches the inside corner of the zones in Parsons' first time up. Struck out, and that's back-to-back Ks.
Jordan Raposo.
And Jordan Raposo stepping up. That one struck out looking there for Parsons. Not quite the welcome to the lineup that he was looking for, Sam.
No, fresh off the bench, right? You know, it is hard to get yourself loose when it's cold and go off the bench. So you know what?
Raposo, one of everything so far: a hit, a walk, a walk, a flyout, and a strikeout so far. Keep in mind, on that walk in the 4th, made it all the way around the bases, no problem.
And he's also hit the roof.
Also did clip our roof once again. It's a 1-0 count off, 0-1 count off the foul ball, and drills that one, and goodbye.
That's
Drops
nice
and hits the
shooting,
shed.
Yeah. Hit the shed, huh?
Oh, bounced into the shed.
There we go. What if we had the door open and it went in the shed?
I'm not going fishing.
Me neither.
Glad we agree. And that one, strike 3.
What an inning.
And back-to-back-to-back Ks there for Jack Cohen. 2 looking, 1 strikeout swinging there, and that one was Spencer Thompson. And due up, Tyler Repath, Jack Comfort, and Jack Cohen. We'll see how those guys shape up. We'll be back in just a moment. Top of the 6th coming up. And welcome back, top of the 6th, and a new pitcher here for the Baycats, Joshua Blanco, gonna tap in here.
Yep, this is the 3rd pitcher now for the 22 Baycats.
And Tyler Repath up to the base, up to the home plate, ready to go there. 1 walk and 1 good play there from second to first in that first inning.
That one went right over our heads. Probably into the parking lot. I hope you did not park there today.
No, I got my nice parking spot out to the side. I'm not risking my car. Who do you think I am? I'm not rich. I don't got money like that, and that's 1-1 count. You think I got money to be able to afford a new windshield every week, Sam? Do you know how many games that you have me coming to? And up in deep center field. Going to bring this down halfway. And Nino Spencer Thompson comes down with that one.
Third baseman, number 12.
You like what you do. That's
I love it.
You say, get me this option. And I say, okay, you can come.
See?
I don't force you. Come on.
What's the fun in that?
There is a little bit of fun in calling out your podcast partner. Isn't there?
And just a little bit. It's half the fun. Jack Comfort up to the plate, and it's a 0-1 count and a battle of 12s here between the pitcher and hitter. A walk and a single. His two trips to the plate for Comper, and it's a 1-1 count.
Has he pitched today? It's hard to keep track.
Certainly having a good time with it, and that one, tippy top of the zone there.
There you go. Ryan Rio cheering from the box over there.
Strike 3. Blanco knocks him down.
Number 32, Jack Cool.
If you didn't know, some of the CBL team is in the ballpark. They are on the complete other side of the suite level here.
Up in the Legends suite there, and Blanco looking to go 3 up, 3 down. And that one, little inside.
Little team bonding after a big win yesterday in Welland Stadium. Did you catch any of that game?
I was able to catch that. I caught it just in time. You know, I was a little busy throughout the evening.
Right.
Had to do my own stuff there, but came just in time for the 10th big bomb home run from Cyprian.
Yeah.
And you know, a little bit of a closeout there from the Baycats, and put that one away, and they're on a 4-game heater.
Was a nail biter. They'll be back here tomorrow. The 22U Baycats will be back here on Sunday, so we still have 2 more days of baseball.
And 2 strikeouts there, and that puts away the inning. Sent packing, and Blanco 2 strikeouts to his name, and we are going to the bottom of the 6th. Due up for Barrie, Tibbetts, Cardinal, McGurk. We'll be back.
First base, number 40, Joshua Tibbetts.
And welcome back, bottom of the 6th. Baycats up 10-3, and Joshua Tibbetts up to bat here. A walk, fly out, and a single so far on the game. Been around the bases twice. Looking to do some damage here in the 6th, but that one's fouled off. And that one dribbles back for a ball change there to the home plate umpire, and happily going to hand one off. Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts last time around for Jack Cohen. Can he make it 4 in a row? There's a good chance.
Really good chance. I'm not saying it's because of the hitter at the plate, because Tibbetts is a very dangerous hitter at the plate. But he's been on a roll.
Mentioned Tibbetts D1, West Virginia Tech, a 235 average, 4 home runs, and a 404 on-base percentage for him in last season.
404 on base. That's not that bad either. It's about 40% of the time, which is pretty good. Baseball is a game of failure. Failure. How about that?
You got it eventually, and that's a 2-2 count.
Thank you, sir. I will update that scorebook.
Tibbetts looking for good contact here. Big open gap, deep center. And time was called there.
Maybe I can speak it into existence, but I have not seen this team hit a home run at all in these 2 years at this stadium. I know they've
So you
hit a
either
home
just
run.
jinxed it and they won't hit a home run here all year.
That's okay. Look at that. They got 10 runs on the board, no homers.
Oh, man. That one comes down center field, pops right in, and Tibbetts, down he goes.
Catcher number 4, Talon Cardinal.
I was really trying to
You're trying to speak that one into existence.
No, I'm trying to speak a home run into existence. I would just love to see one.
Well, coming up, Talon Cardinal, the catcher. Remember, there's a logic there. One game, one instance at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Wow. This is a big ballpark, right? 405 feet to center field. This isn't like Christie Pitts or,
Well, hold on there, Sam. And Cardinal, he's been up to bat now 4
Shortstop,
times, and he's been walked in
Ty
all
McGurk.
4. He was hit by pitch there. And Ty McGurk up to the plate. Swing and miss.
He might have been trying to hit one there. What are the odds?
I think he was trying to go for 405, if you ask me.
Oh, you think he was going for the 4 or 5 sign?
And big shot, swing and miss. Loose ball, and Cardinal gonna saunter his way over to second.
I thought he was trying to hit it over that military night sign that's above the outfield wall in left center.
You know, if you got enough power to put that behind you, power to you.
That's a little bit more reachable, though. That's about like 350, maybe 375 instead of your 405.
Ty McGurk has to fight off an 0-2 count. And Cohen fires that one into a meatball and up, away, and gone! Ty McGurk all the way
What did I say?
over deep left field.
Oh my goodness, what did I say, man?
You called military sign. That's exactly where he put it. 2-run home run
Oh, what did I say, man?
for Ty McGurk. And
That-
blows this one wide open.
Yeah. What did I say?
Left fielder number 77, Zachary Owen.
And a 9-run difference here. And Barrie's made it back to their 2-run per inning quota. Were cut a little bit slow last time with those back-to-back-to-back strikeouts. But up to plate now, Zachary Owen.
Well, they're well into double digits now, so.
And another one. Gonna hit him again. Clips the outside of his arm.
Designated hitter number 17, Seth Walker.
I will say that ball that McGurk hit did not go over the military night sign, but it went just to the left of it. So I wasn't that far off.
You know, if we were doing our podcast predictions there, I would have given you a point for it.
Thank you.
I would have. It was close enough.
We will bring that up on next week's show.
And that one in the dirt. Owen gonna think better to chase his way to second.
Train counter number 1. Keeping track with me on that?
Oh yeah.
If you're wondering, I'm not bored. I just love the sounds of this ballpark. Whether it's the sound of someone running at the bottom of the bleachers with cleats on, whether it's the crack of a bat on Ty McGurk's home run, or whether it's a train going by on Highway 26. Over Highway 26, I should say.
Walker facing a 1-2. Jack Cohen up against him and feeds it high and inside. Walker had to lunge his way out of the way of that one. And it's 3-1. Remember, he had a 560 on base at U of Maine. And he's going to get on again off a walk.
Right fielder, 0-0, Jacob Pruitt.
Just for anyone who's keeping track of this inning, fly out from Tibbetts to center field and the first batter. A hit by pitch coming up next. Then the home run from McGurk. And then a hit by pitch again from Owen. And then another walk onto Walker. And we're down to the bottom of the order. It's Pruitt. And bunt goes foul.
Tells you how much of a obstructed view I have in this corner producing while I commentate. I thought that ball went off his leg and went into foul territory.
Jacob Pruitt sizing up the shot and inside. 1-1 count. Runners on first and second here. Baycats already one home run on the inning. You're not exactly ever predicting two, but it'd be a huge shot to put this game, as if it wasn't at a 9-run difference with the 3 innings to go. We've seen crazier, but I wouldn't exactly call that a gimme comeback.
Well, if it's anything what the CBO team did yesterday, you could be right. And no, I did not jinx them. They did hit a home run this season at this stadium. I am right. I did not jinx them. Don't worry.
And Pruitt fouled that one off. 0-0 facing a 1-2 count.
0-0.
And they call that strike 3. Pruitt made contact once, and since then,
Number 2, Nino
back to back
Thompson.
ways to make his way out, and we're back to the top of the order. Spencer Thompson, 3 for 4 on his 4 trips. Of course, his last one, that strikeout. Looking for another feather in his cap, and maybe getting a little trigger happy with the bat at this point.
I mean, he could have tried to be hitting his face on the scoreboard. Although, we don't have the headshots on the video board yet. But it could be trying to tell us to put them on there.
And swinging again. That's 5 swings in a row for Spencer Thompson there across his last 2 at-bats. And Sister Bella up in the booth with us. Not quite happy at 6 swings in a row, standing up and making her opinion known, no doubt.
Bella's definitely one-upped her brother today. Although Nino does have a triple, so we will give him that. He's had a very good game.
Back-to-back strikeouts there to end the inning.
Yeah.
And Baycats, another 2 runs, 12-3 the score right now, and we'll be back in just a moment. Top of the 7th with the bottom of the order coming up. 7, 8, 9. Preston, Keon, Hughes, Keon, and Terry will be back. Welcome back. Top of the 7th. Here
No,
we
you gotta
go.
cancel the music. Press that X, like the bottom X. There you go. There you go. You know, we're a working operation here, you know? We're doing a lot of stuff up here. That's okay, though.
Preston Clark at bat. And strike one. And make that strike two. And that one skips free, rings off the post there behind home plate, and a 1-2 count. Nathan Kerouac at University of South Carolina Lancaster, and a little bit of a pop up, and he's gonna scamper his way to first for Clark Preston.
Shortstop, number 7, Finn Keelan.
Got some wheels under him there.
How was the home run call last inning? Was it good?
I really hope the audio didn't cut out because I liked it.
Well, I heard you in my ear.
And we got good sign.
I think we're good.
1-0 count. And that one lobbed in there from Kerouac. An infield bunt the previous play there. Ended up just being a little too late to first. And a 1-1 count. And that one tipped foul.
How did that wind gust feel?
I'm cold, Sam. It's cold out here. And that one down and away. 2-2 count.
I put a Baycats script logo on the video board. You know? It's actually, if you didn't know, connected to the video board in the stadium. It makes it easier so when they click a hitter, for anyone who didn't know, if they click a hitter on the video board, his name will pop up right there where that Baycats script logo is. That way we don't have to do it.
Makes my life easy.
Very interconnected. That's what you have to do in a small space.
Struck out looking there. The backwards K on the board from Keon there. And next up,
Right fielder, number 22, Vinny Bouchard-Wright.
and Bouchard right up to the plate, with a man stuck on first right now, looking to move him forward. And that one catches the outside corner of the zone.
Another guy who was pitched in this game.
Kerouac deals 0-2. Kerouac played 31 innings out for USC Lancaster. And 1-2 count there. Across that time, gave up 25 hits, 26 runs, walked 15 people, and had 34 strikeouts. And that one down.
Might be him for a couple innings as we don't see anyone in that Barrie bullpen. And again, this is their fourth pitcher.
And that one up and away. Running up the full count here.
Foul tipped. Stay alive at home plate.
Vinny Bouchard right, looking to keep himself going here.
Your setup is pretty impressive over there. You got your scorebook, you got 2 notepads, and you got your phone, and you got your laptop.
Hey man, you got to be able to pull up anything and everything, and a walk there.
Center field, number 27, Ryan Nuremberger.
And he gets moved along as Vinny Bouchard right takes his base, and we're back to the top. Ryan Nuremberger has been walked 3 times. You don't want to see 4, but
Is there a name for that? I know 4 strikeouts is a golden sombrero.
that's what that's called?
Yes. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about baseball. You're a good play-by-play announcer.
A big shot off the tip of the bat, comes down center field, and runners try to advance, makes their way to the corner. And a good move there from Clark Preston to take advantage of the situation, while Nuremberger goes out on a fly ball to the center field.
Number 55,
And he's going to drop for him, though. He did get on first base. Ball dropped. It kind of fooled me there because the sound off the bat was pretty loud, but it was pretty much off the end of the bat and dropped into center field.
At the plate, Eric Delfati, and dodges, and Cardinal gets lost. And brings home Clark Preston off the wild pitch, and of course that one, Vinny Bouchard right, moves up to second. Delfati facing the 1-0. And that one, good for a strike. And that one down, 2-1. Looking to put best foot forward here, and he's rounded out the count here, 2-2. Kerouac looking to put a bow on this inning. Fires and down and inside.
3-2.
And a ball, the official call on that one. Kerouac just a little bit inside on that. And a walk batter.
You know what? As much as it's a big score, 12-4, but first and second, they're still in this game.
2 outs, though, doesn't make it look pretty, and 2 innings to go. I wouldn't exactly call this a gorgeous setup for Newmarket. And firing chipped off the end of the bat. Have to move forward. 1, and they got him up at second base. And the rest of play irrelevant on the call. 1 run there for Newmarket. And 12-4 going into the bottom of the 7th.
I guess it is a 7
That
inning
is
game.
going to be the final score.
Oh, there.
I believe
we
are we-
called it final because they went for handshakes, and they are going for handshakes. This is a final. We had a little bit of confusion there, but
We're going to figure this one out.
they might
The
actually.
Baycats thought it was done. Newmarket weren't sure, and they're going to opt to keep on playing. And we keep it moving here. Bottom of the 7th upcoming.
The game changer's over.
I'm lost. Both teams have 2 different mindsets going into this, and are we done?
We are waiting for official word. They are going to shake hands, meaning that I think we're
And
done.
that is going to be the call for final. And we figured it out in the end. The Barrie Baycats 22U opened their season and the home opener, a 12-4 victory over the Newmarket Hawks. And the Baycats 1-0. Newmarket fall to 0-4-1. And that's all she wrote here. Myself, Etienne Skitch, beside me, Sam O'Coin. Thank you all for coming. And thank you all for coming and tuning in. And have a great night, everybody.